At this time, the chair recognizes Councilman Johnson, who will present a resolution honoring the Philadelphia Sunday Sun with Joseph Mondesire, Catherine Hicks, and those accompanying them. Please join the councilman at the podium. And joining Councilman Johnson, we have Councilwoman Parker, Councilwoman Blackwell, Councilwoman Bass, Councilman Green, and Councilwoman Blondell Reynolds-Brown. And Councilwoman Gim.
These your folks. I know this y'all guy. It was 1996. I had just graduated from Mansfield University, receiving a degree in criminal justice with dual minors in philosophy and sociology, and made a personal commitment to come back to my neighborhood of Point Breeze, South Philadelphia, to improve the quality of life for the neighbors of which I grew up with. And I had an opportunity to, one day while I was doing some volunteering political work, saw a young man who had slick hair and a cowboy hat on and some cowboy boots, and saw him speaking truth to power about the issue of police brutality. This is a gentleman who advocated for criminal justice reform before it was the progressive thing to do. This was a gentleman who advocated around the issue of youth gun violence before it became a slogan. And so today I am truly honored and privileged to recognize and honoring the life of Jerry Wyatt Mondesire and the founding of the Philadelphia Sunday Sun for its 25th anniversary. He was a social activist, a civil rights activist, and always advocated for all things regarding social justice. And so, if you knew Mr. Mondesire, either you was his friend, or you didn't definitely want to be on the other side of being one of his enemies. And so I had the good pleasure of being one of his friends and having a chance to learn some of his wise counsel during my run for city council, when he invited me up to the radio station a couple times and would give me some insight around why it was so critically important that I continue to make sure there's a voice for those who I was going to be representing when I arrived in city council, those who needed a voice in the 2nd Councilmanic District. And so the resolution reads, honoring and recognizing the Philadelphia Sunday Sun and its founder, J. Wyatt Mondesire, on the occasion of the Sun's 25th anniversary.
And whereas the Philadelphia Sunday Sun is a weekly newspaper dedicated to covering local and national stories that impact the African American community in Philadelphia, since its founding in 1992, the Sun has grown into a nationally respected news outlet while staying true to its mission of connecting Philadelphia's African American community. And
Whereas, the Sun was the brainchild of J. Wyatt Mondesire, who owned and played an active role in the paper's publication until his death in 2015. Trained as a journalist at the City College of New York, Mr. Mondesire joined in the historic 1969 campus takeover that sought successfully to increase diversity in the college's enrollment. After college, Mr. Mondesire began his professional journalism career with the Baltimore Sun, where the quality of his work garnered increasing national attention and earned the young journalist a position within the Philadelphia Inquirer. After his arrival in Philadelphia, Mondesire became a leading voice for diversity within the city's newsrooms, helping to co-found the Philadelphia Association of Black Journalists in 1973. And
just wanted a point of privilege to say to his beautiful wife and son, as an Asian American woman in Philadelphia, Jerry Mondesire was a mentor, a friend, a fellow warrior who exhorted and embraced so many diverse people into the civil rights movement and into building a broader message. Whereas after several years covering local politics and rising to the rank of assistant editor on the Inquirer's city desk, Mr. Mondesire accepted a position with Congressman William H. Gray III, eventually serving as the Congressman's chief of staff. Mr. Mondesire became involved with a variety of political and social causes, notably working to craft the bill that levied sanctions against South Africa's apartheid regime. And
like many of the people up here, I remember my good friend Jerry and his 7:30 a.m. calls, often when I was actually calling him back when I was taking my son to school. And so a few years ago, I had the opportunity to purchase one of his hats during a Philadelphia Association of Black Journalists auction, scholarship auction. So I keep his hat in my office as a reminder of his 7:30 calls. Yeah, I've never. So, whereas after Congressman Gray's retirement in 1991, J. Wyatt Mondesire began again to channel his passion for community activism through his work in journalism. In 1992, Mondesire founded the Philadelphia Sunday Sun as an outlet for news and opinions that impacted the city's African American community. And
whereas, as the city of Philadelphia joins the Sun in celebrating its 25th anniversary, the paper continues to build upon the legacy of its founder, J. Wyatt Mondesire. Today, the Philadelphia Sun remains to be one of the most impactful news outlets in the city of Philadelphia and serves as a model for African American owned and operated newspapers across the country. Now, therefore,
know that Jerry was also a father, and I got to know him well when he would come to pick up his little daughter, Jennifer, from the dance class where she was one of my students. So his social justice and his deep love for his children was really unparalleled. And with that, we resolved that the Council of the City of Philadelphia hereby honors and recognizes the Philadelphia Sunday Sun and the rich legacy of social justice its founder, J. Wyatt Mondesire, leaves on the occasion of the Sun's 25th anniversary.
Good. And the chair recognizes Mr. Mondesire and Ms. Hicks for remarks.
Thank you. Boy, I tell you, hearing all that, it just brings back a lot of memories. But I want to thank Councilman Johnson for this opportunity, all of council president. I'm just so humbled. On behalf of our staff and management of the Philadelphia Sunday Sun, we are just so thankful to receive this. We are humbled and really thankful. 25 years, that's a long time. Jerry started this paper as a voice of the community. He wanted the opportunity to tell the stories of the community through the paper, to give that opportunity to all the neighborhoods that may not have that opportunity in mainstream news media. So we strive to continue to do that. I will strive, along with his son Joseph, who is here along with me, to ensure that your stories continue to be in our paper. We ask that you continue to support us. I thank all my family and friends and our son staff who is here standing with us. But we ask you to continue to support the paper through subscriptions, through advertising, and through just letting us know what stories you want told. Thank you.
Good morning. 25 years. That's a long time to be putting up with that man. So I understand. I'm first and foremost grateful to the staff because, I know y'all were doing it for a check, but that's still a long time and a lot of patience that you had to deal with, that you had to persevere through. So I'm first and foremost grateful for you all, and I'm also grateful for the people that buy this paper and read this paper on a weekly basis. If it weren't for y'all, we wouldn't be up here. There would be nothing to acknowledge if people didn't spend that money and that time investing in what we presented as a paper and as a media outlet. So I'm truly grateful. Again, I'm humble as well, eternally, and I really can't thank everyone enough for this opportunity. And I really owe it to y'all to keep this paper going and to grow it, because one thing that I've learned throughout this time is that accuracy and timeliness are truly essential to being a successful media outlet. So that's what we're going to continue to strive for, and that's what it is. So thank you very much.
Council Biddies.